I'm Willette, and this is Soul Creative Art Studio. Most people are unaware of the color choices they make throughout the day. Color influences what we eat, wear, and sometimes how we feel. Colors can make us feel a variety of emotions. There are often color schemes that we follow in our color-making decisions. Today, we will look at some of the rules and theories that people adhere to when making color choices. This lesson is an introduction to color theory and the color wheel. Color theory is a term used to describe the collection of rules and guidelines regarding the use of color in art and design. A color wheel, or color circle, is an illustrated arrangement of color hues around a circle, which shows the relationship between primary, secondary, and intermediate colors. The color wheel can be helpful when you are trying to create harmony or contrast in a design. The color wheel's history dates back to the mid-1600s, when Sir Isaac Newton's work with white light led him to the discovery of the visible spectrum of light. His experiments led to the theory that red, yellow, and blue are the primary colors. The primary colors are the only colors that cannot be made by mixing other colors together. So, let's make a color wheel.
A color wheel is an arrangement of colors around a circle, which shows the relationship of colors and how they work together to create harmonious color combinations. Knowing how and where to use color can help the artist tell their visual story. For this project, you will need a blank color worksheet. You can click on the link below for a copy of the worksheet. You can also make your own worksheet by tracing shapes in the form of a circle or experiment with drawing free forms. Next, you will need bottles of either acrylic or tempera paint in the colors red, yellow, and blue, our three primary colors. You will need a paintbrush, a paper towel to wipe off the paintbrush, a cup of water to clean your paintbrushes. You can recycle an old egg carton to hold your paint, and you can use a paper plate or a piece of parchment paper to use as a palette. I will use the egg carton and the parchment paper today. I will start by adding about a teaspoon of each paint to the egg carton wells. Each circle will be filled with the primary color. Beginning with red, fill in the circle completely. Rinse out the brush and then wipe the excess water off with the paper towel. The next primary color is yellow. Fill in the next circle completely. Then wash and wipe off the brush. The final primary color is blue. Fill in the last circle with the blue paint, then wash the brush. Now we will combine the primary colors to make the secondary colors. Add yellow to the palette, then red, because we are going to make the color orange and place it here. Each square will be filled with a secondary color. Using the paintbrush, scoop out about 5 drops of yellow paint. Add only 1 drop of red paint because too much will make the orange too red. For this project, it is best to add a smaller amount of the darker paint to the lighter color. Now you should have orange paint. Fill in the square between the yellow and red paint with orange paint. Yellow and red mixed together make orange. Rinse and wipe. Now we will make the color green by mixing yellow and blue together and then fill in the square at the bottom. Put the yellow paint down first. Then add just a drop of blue and mix to make green. paint the square at the bottom between the yellow and blue paint green. Now, mix red and blue together to make violet. Begin with red, then add a drop of blue. Mix the two colors to make violet. Fill in the square between the red and the blue paint with violet. The secondary colors, orange, green, and violet, are complete. Now we will make the intermediate colors. The intermediate colors are made by mixing a primary and a secondary color together. We will fill the triangles with the intermediate colors. Begin by mixing yellow and orange together to get the color yellow-orange. Fill in the triangle between yellow and orange. Now mix orange and red together to make red-orange. Mix yellow and green together to make yellow-green. Fill in the triangle between yellow and green. Mix green and blue together to make blue-green. Fill in the triangle between blue and green. Mix violet and blue together to get blue-violet. Fill in the triangle between blue and violet. Now mix red and violet together to get red-violet. Fill in the triangle between red and violet. This is the completed color wheel with the primary, secondary, and intermediate colors. Now here's a little something extra. If you are interested in discovering other colors that you can make by mixing colors, then try mixing colors that are opposite each other on the color wheel. These colors are called complementary colors: red and green, yellow and violet, orange and blue. What colors did you make? Try mixing all the colors together. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make the color wheel. Always be so creative.